Today's video is set at a familiar yet still very special location. It is my very old hometown skate park. Very old as in it's like 11 years old now. And I chose to do the video today at this skate park to do the final real introduction to my pro skate, which, as you might notice, is still the first prototype and it's very worn in by now, but this is the main focus for today's video. As you can see, the logo in the back kind of worn down already. Logo in the front took some hits already too. Skate itself still in good condition. Coming to the shops probably in the beginning of November now, if there's no further delays, which I hope there won't be. All the promo things are in the works, but today is gonna be a very nostalgic vlog style promo of the skate at my own old hometown skate park, where I basically grew up skating. As you can see, you have all kinds of spots right here, and from all videos that I did so far, I would always focus on the rail and this little stair ledge to bank drop thing right here. But there's also a bowl. I might want to get into that a bit. There's two spots I always leave out. I don't like those too much. Rail is too low for how steep it is, in my opinion. This one, same thing. The stair set I quite enjoy. This one was also the first stair set where I learned fakie sevens down. It's probably 6 years ago. And this bank quarter adaptation was also the first spot where I learned forward sevens in transitions. So there's a lot of history in this park for me. So back when this skate park was built, or let's go even further back. Before this skate park was built, we had a different skate park that was just down where this parking lot is right now. Used to be a metal skate park. All kinds of street plaza type spots. We had flat coping boxes there. We had a jump ramp there. We had a small mini ramp that was way too steep and short, but well, at the time we didn't have any comparisons, so it was the ideal mini ramp for us. That used to be the park where I actually grew into skating. We had two flat rails there, which I would still to this day describe as the perfect flat rails. And yeah, so they destroyed that one in 2010, about a year when I was into skating. And the city then invited us all to a meeting, even the kids. They invited us to a town meeting to discuss the new plans for the upcoming skate park, which 2 years later actually was built. And that's where I'm standing right here. So that's the whole story behind that, and many things I learned on the way here, especially on this one. Spent entire days around here. Tried to get as many people around here as possible to show them this amazing skate park. In my opinion, it's still my favorite skate park. There's many reasons for that. Probably just the way how it's familiar with me. The rail, for example, is probably my favorite spot still, or maybe this right here, I don't know. The rail was never really that popular with other people just because the bank comes at an angle and is kind of weird to get into. But I feel like once you get the hang of that, it's just, you can just play around there. It has just so many things that I learned along the way, so many spots where I could really get comfortable on, adapt certain things to street skating and stuff like that. And it's just all in all a good hangout place. And then also you have the view of the mountains in the back. Can't really beat that. And for some reason it's, I think, 2 in the afternoon and there's no people around. So what more could you ask for? Like, you have a skate park all for yourself. So first thing I'm gonna do is wax this whole thing up. Let's get it. I also remember now, before this, like while this park was built, certain elements were not here yet. So like they had the flat here and up there, but the bank was not here. So we waxed up this, skated that for a bit. That was like our favorite spot, just because you had to clear the gravel that was in between. Same thing for this gap right here. They did not have the bank, but the top and bottom. So this was kind of the ideal gap. And so on. There's just many things I always happen to remember. And today it's obviously even nicer. It's even more special because this is the very first time I'm gonna skate the skate park with my pro skates. I already skated with my pro wheels, but yes, a very special day. And I feel like this is a good time to make this video too. Once again, going through my setup right here, got the my pro skates right here, the MW pro skates, and skating the DA Dolly frames, the yellow MW red eye wheels, and just all in all a well-rounded setup in my opinion. Very happy with it. Been skating this one on street exclusively so far, or like except for the last couple of times when I skated for the park vlogs. But other than that, that's a street exclusive setup for this whole summer. Holding up pretty well, but I'm very much looking forward to have my final skate in the bank. It's gonna be sick. All right, a little bit background information about the skate park again. So there used to be an old skate park there, only built with metal ramps. That was still like probably the best skate park I've ever been to. Which, well, I started in 2009. They just suddenly destroyed it in 2010 at some random day. That was like so weird. Like, they did not remove the ramps. They like destroyed everything and left it there. Right next to the skate park, we used to have this this little stone like flat ledge thing. It was like knee high, and this used to be our like street spot to try certain tricks. Whenever you were like good enough at the skate park, you would try it on street. So that was like our back and forth, and you would learn a trick in the skate park and then you would go there and try it there. And so yeah, I was very blessed with this setup to begin with. And after they destroyed it, it was kind of like a rough time finding a right skate park because there was nothing around the area, and obviously I was too young for to do like bigger trips. We had kind of a substitute park, which was just 2 boxes, sponsored by a local skate shop right here. And well, then this skate park came along, and there were like so many new things, and it was very well visited. You might have noticed also that I used the skate park as a location for many other projects, like my wheel promo. I also did my 1,000 subscriber special here. And whenever I get the chance, whenever I'm around my old hometown, I come to the skate park. Even if I don't have skates with me, which is like never, but still, even if I don't intend to skate, I always come by here. It's just, this is the happy place, this is home. And I'm happy to do this pro skate promotion video right here. So what I'm gonna do now is just warm up on some classic spots from, I don't want to say back in the day, but you get it. Let's get into warming up. it's already crazy how much energy it takes to get into what used to be the basics here. So that just the sole up to fakie 180 sole took quite a few tries, not too many, but it used to be just like the very first one. Kind of wanted to get more into the tricks that I used to do. Although this camera is about to overheat, so I'm using the Insta360. I'm gonna try to get into some more tricks that used to work surprisingly well. Let's go. We've done a spot change now. The session at the old home park went very interesting because I went for some what used to be like basics for me, because when I used to live around this area, I would go here basically every other day, and I had like my drills there, I had my lines and tricks and whatever, and I got humbled, like for real humbled. And I figured I would just try to get basics back up, and then maybe not try to one up myself, but maybe just try to like finesse it. I did not even make it past the basics. I really tried a couple of times, but there's like, just for example, this grinding up the ledge, landing fakie, and instantly going into a fakie 180 grind takes like perfect timing, speed. It just takes you just have to know the whole spot. You have to really have a feel for your surrounding. And I guess just maybe I just didn't have it today. Maybe I just need to practice this particular thing like more. I did not get it, and I'm fine with it because it proves two things that I actually think are good things. One, the tricks I did a couple of years back were not just like easy tricks that can be done any other day. And two, my trick set and spot set changed, and so I might not feel as comfortable on this, but I do on something else, which also leads me to believe that if I just want to, I can also be as comfortable at that spot again. So it's humbling, but it can also be turned around into a very empowering situation. As it comes for this spot right now, this is a skate park you've probably seen before. I did one other video on this. This also used to be a park with old ramps. They just used to be like super shitty. Or we talked the city into getting a new park, investing a little bit of money, just relying on small obstacles that we planned. We designed the whole thing. We contacted the people that build ramps, and we set it up ourselves at the spot. And it did not even take more than a year. So what we have here is a box with a coping. Wasn't my idea. This was definitely my idea. I actually wanted it to be slightly higher, but it's pretty much perfect. Yeah, I'm wearing my liners right now, so I'm just kind of below the knee. And this one, because we didn't really have skateboarders engaging into the whole discussion or any other sports if it comes to that, and we just wanted to have everyone involved in having a good skate park. And also this, which was mostly the idea of a friend, but just super fun. The skate park goes down slightly, so it goes from there to here, it goes slightly down. So this way you always have a perfect run up. And now from this side, you also have a perfect run up. That is perfect times 2. So this is also part of the roots, because once the old skate park was destroyed, we came to skate what used to be around here. And now it's just the way we want it to be. Then also, because that's not enough, obviously, this skate park has its own set of handrails, and you can see they're pretty terrible. From the run-up that is weird to the landing that goes straight into the fence. And you could probably imagine how we used to jump on this. So we would like stand in this corner there and just like push as hard as we can and just almost jump over the whole rail. But there were also times when we would try to like legitimately skate it. That was later on. So we tried to actually skate this because it's an 8-stair rail. You can like legit grind this one. And this is the first, only, and will probably always be the only rail that I did a putt slide on. So that's a fun fact right there. And then we're pretty blessed around here because we also have this. Well, first of all, perfect ground for wizard skating. A pretty shitty hoop. That's even like, it's even demolished. Like you cannot really do anything, but you can already see what I mean. Also one of the first handrails I ever did. Even though it's on the left side, and that's like my less comfortable side. When we got here for the first time, it used to be just like this. It used to be like a big crack in the ground right here. And we would just find something to cover that up, skate this, because it's like legit, like it's super low. And even though it's square, it's not too wide, so you can like do legit groove tricks on it. And this was the first rail I did a front torque on. And believe it or not, it was grabbed. It was only like this long though. But we will forget about that. I would have probably skated a bit more even, but I didn't want to take that humbling experience as it was before. So I kept trying that Macchio up, 180 off, and then fakie 180 into another Macchio, and jumped too far onto the ledge. Wanted to catch myself with my arm and overextended my elbow, which hurts so much right now, but it's okay. Like, I'm holding the camera with said arm, so it can't be that bad. Now, back to the rail. So after a long and very intense day, I've finally called it a day now. I did get the front torque with the grab longer than this. That was kind of important to me because back when I did that and we took the photo of that, I feel like I was 13 or 14, and that's when like some hate within our community started to rise up because, well, some people were not too happy with me, I guess. Anyways, I did it now and I am actually happy with the way it turned out. I would have gotten it first try. I somehow got stuck, but I don't want to wax it because this can get so fast because it's painted and all. But yeah, that was a very fun day. And just to add this fun fact, at the first skate park, every trick I did except for the alley-oop topsail and the 270 back backslide on the high one were all already done. Like, I already did those a couple of years back within the range of like, yeah, almost 10 years. So, and that also, like, that always took time to adjust and like to get used to things. So I'm actually very happy with the way it turned out, and it's just, even though it's not like I did anything very special trick-wise today, it was very special to me to have my pro skate at my local skate park and just revisiting the journeys I went through, and also kind of feeling myself. So the elbow kind of hurts still, but it's just some bumps and bruises along the way. That was such a good day, and I hope you enjoyed this video as much as I enjoyed filming it. Who knows, in the further future I want to definitely plan some kind of competition or session at the first skate park that you saw, but that will come some other time, maybe next summer, who knows. Big announcement also, stay tuned for this coming week. Monday to Friday is going to be promotion week for my skate on the USD Instagram page and also on my Instagram page. So gonna be a bunch of photos we took, and ending on Friday with the promo that we filmed on street this summer. And I'm very happy to drop that one. And yes, stay tuned for that one. Make sure to follow me on Instagram to stay up to date. I'm gonna leave the Patreon link in the description below, as well as the Insta360 link that kept me working through this day when the phone overheated a couple times. See you in the next video. Keep skating.